Hi, guys. It's Mrs. Edwards. I hope you're doing well. I miss you, miss you, miss you. So, this week coming up, starting on Sunday until next Sunday, is called Easter week. And it is a very big part of Jesus' story. But his story isn't pretend, his story is real, and it happened many, many years ago. And the week between Palm Sunday and Easter was a week of real sad times and real happy times. And sometimes we have weeks like that. But for Jesus, this was pretty interesting. And I am going to be talking to you every day for the next week, telling you little bits of this story using something called resurrection eggs, which you may have seen before. So in here are colored eggs, and inside each egg is a little treasure that helps me to tell my story. So some days we'll look at one egg and see what's inside, and other days we will see maybe two eggs. But during this time, I'm also going to be reading you a special book called Benjamin's Box, and it helps us tell the story with the eggs. So we're going to start that today. All right, so get comfortable, and I'm going to start our story, and we'll see what's in one of the eggs today. So long ago, in the faraway land of Palestine, there lived a boy named Benjamin. His small, humble home was nestled into a wall of other houses, almost hidden on a narrow back street in the bustling city of Jerusalem. Benjamin loved Jerusalem because God's temple was there. More than that, Benjamin loved God. His grandfather had taught him many things about God when he was just a tiny boy. Benjamin talked to God a lot. He whispered prayers each night at sunset, and in the morning he always gave thanks for the new day. And that's something we should do too. Benjamin's parents worked hard weaving and selling cloth, but their family was still quite poor. So Benjamin helped out by taking odd jobs around the city. Everyone in Jerusalem seemed to know Benjamin. They could always count on him to be honest and work hard. And here is a picture. And there is Benjamin. See, he's looking around at all the people and the animals. Okay, let's see what happens next. One bright spring morning, Benjamin sat outside in the sunshine. In his hands was a wooden box. "Hi, Benjamin," called his friend Eli. "What's that you've got?" "It's my treasure box. My grandfather gave it to me before he died last year. He said it was very, very special. And in our story, this is going to be our treasure box." Okay, so that's kind of cool. Benjamin shrugged. "I don't have any real treasures yet. But my grandfather said the straw that's in this treasure box came from the bed of a baby who was born in a stable. So when he opened his box, he found some hay, which was very interesting. My grandfather was a shepherd then, and he said the baby would grow up to be a king." "Why would a king be born in a stable with cows and donkeys?" Eli laughed and closed the box. "I heard some sort of king is coming today. His name is Jesus. Want to come to the city gate and watch for him?" "Sure. My grandfather took me to hear a man called Jesus once. I like to listen to him." So friends, this is what's so cool in our story. The reason that Benjamin found some straw in his box, I don't have straw in my box, but the reason he had straw in his box is that, do you remember at Christmas time we talked about Jesus being born? And he was born to Mary and Joseph, and he was born in a stable. Well, the stable is where the animals are too, and they eat hay and they eat straw. So in our story, Benjamin's grandfather saw in the stable where Jesus was some hay and some straw and put it in that box. So that's pretty cool in this story. Look, friends, do you see there's a blue egg? Let's see what's inside our blue egg. So here's our box. And there's a dark blue egg. Let me take it out. Let's open it up. What do you think's inside? Look. Do you know what that is? That's That's a donkey. Let's see why we found that today. Crowds were already lining the streets. Some people cut palm branches from trees and handed them around. Others laid garments on the street like a carpet. Wow, said Benjamin, he must be a king. The two boys squeezed through the throng just as a donkey entered the gate. That's him, Benjamin pointed to the man on the donkey. That's Jesus. Hosanna! Hosanna! Cheered the crowd as they waved their palm branches in the air. Do you remember on our Zoom calls last week? We saw a story about this, about Palm Sunday on my computer. And people were waving their palm branches, and Jesus was on a donkey. This is what that's about. Hail to our new king, yelled an old man beside Benjamin. Why does a king ride on an ordinary donkey, said Benjamin. The old man turned. It means he comes in peace. Jesus has come to set us free. Hail, King Jesus. Benjamin looked into Jesus' face as he drew near. Jesus smiled back. It's as if we were already friends. The donkey plodded and Benjamin followed, pushing through the crowd to keep up. At last he drove close enough to pet the donkey. A small tuft of hair came off in his hand. That night, Benjamin put some donkey fur in his treasure box. So friends, that what was in our first egg, the donkey. So I'm going to put that back. And when I see you tomorrow, we'll find out what's in the next egg. All right, love you lots. Bye-bye.